Hello everybody, Maven here, and the final shape is finally here. I'm currently sitting in the queue as I record this intro, but when I log in, I'm going to test out all of the exotic weapon and armor changes they released in the patch notes the past couple weeks. And at the time I'm uploading this video, I already released the video of testing out the exotic weapon changes. If you want to find that, I'll link it down below. It's also on the channel. You can just click on my channel name. And in this video, we're testing out all of the exotic armor changes. And also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot of spicy Final Shape content on the way, a lot of builds to do, and you're not going to want to miss out. And let's get to the testing. Hope you enjoy. All right, just like last time, since the expansion just came out, these are going to be live reactions, no post edits like I normally do. And probably not my brightest idea starting off with the exotic I'm the most confused about, because I never really used Foe Tracer. But apparently it works with weapon damage now, they said. So damaging a powerful combatant or a guardian with an ability increases your weapon damage of the same type. So what did it do before? Did it just increase your ability damage of the same type? Because it no longer does that. So powerful combatant. Let's go over here to this guy. And now I have strand weapon boost times 4. Should be a 25% damage buff. And I marked a target. I marked a target, so it should be wall hacks, right? No wall hacks. So now that he's marked, I supposedly do more ability damage to him, right? I don't know. I have no clue how this exotic even works, so I apologize. I can't really give the Foe Tracer the best test because I still don't really fully know about it. Next up, we got the Renewal Grasp. It's just going to give you frost armor when you use it now. So, yep, every second or so, they said 0.9 seconds, you get a stack of frost armor. And it goes up to 8 times. Really? That was different from when I tested it a couple weeks ago. So it looks like it changed a bit. So it stays for quite a while, and it's supposedly 4.5% damage resist per stack. So with 8 stacks, that's how much? I can't math. I have a migraine right now. Next up, we got the Triton Vice. So now you don't have to match your glaive element to your subclass element in order to cause detonations, which I'm very excited about messing around with builds. And then also, when you leave surrounded, you maintain the surrounded buff for a longer duration, for like 5 seconds. So let's see. When I get surrounded, I get the Halberdier's Reach, and then when I leave being surrounded, I get a 5-second cooldown. Does it count 0? It does count 0, so it's 6 seconds it maintains after leaving surrounded. And I'm on Void, but I'm using an Arc Glaive, but boom, detonation. So you no longer have to match your subclass element to be able to cause detonations, which is awesome. So I'm definitely going to be revisiting this for another build video. I've already done 2 different Triton Vice build videos in the past, but I can almost guarantee that you will see a 3rd Triton Vice build video in the near future. And now we're moving on to the Sun Bracers. Now I know the title of this video, or like the thumbnail, said we're testing out the buffs, but this is the one single nerf in the video. So this is a nerf we're trying out. Sunbracer's got a massive hit, so now your solar grenades only last 2 seconds instead of 4 seconds, and also reduce the charge rate when you have the Sunbracer's perk active. So you used to be able to throw 5 nades, now you can only throw 4. So let's just see how it feels like on first glance here. I mean, it doesn't feel like the solar grenades are only lasting 2 seconds. Let me try that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're definitely not lasting 2 seconds. Next up, we got the Mantle of Battle Harmony, or as I like to call it, the Man of Bat Harm. Final blows grant additional super energy, and apparently there used to be a 2-second cooldown on that ability I did not ever know about, but now they removed it. And also they increased the super gains. So we should be able to get back our super like ridiculously fast. So let's see it in action. So let's take a look at our super energy here. Pretty good. And these are just trash mobs. I assume you get more energy for dealing with higher enemy tiers. So let's test it out. There's a yellow bar here. Oh my god, you see that super, look at the super energy. That's a lot of super energy for killing a yellow bar. I can see this being utilized in like a super base build, but like I don't really know what's gonna beat the bad juju or the microcosm in terms of super energy, you know what I mean? But look at that. You can't deny that, it's pretty good. Next up, we got the Kepri's Horn. So apparently they increased the damage of the fire wave by 100% and also made it do more scorch. So I'm on solar here. I got Ember of Ashes. I want to see. It's like I've always wanted this thing to be able to cause an ignition. If this thing causes an ignition in addition to it being plus 100% damage, then that is actually finally decent. So I cleared out the ads here preemptively. Just wanted to get Carl up here. All right, good boy. Shoot your rockets, please. Rockets. Nope. Okay, let's try this. So barricade. Return? It didn't return. I think it's because he was against the wall. I need him to be out in the open. So already very niche, already like not too user friendly because they have to be like out in the open and you have to like actually land it. So let me wait for my barricade to come back and I'll try it again. It's coming back in a few seconds here. So no cuts and shoot your rockets. Nope. Return. Hey, ignition, but it did like hardly any damage. So that's about the damage that Gallarhorn does, and it took like a barricade and a half. Really not worth it. So Kepri's Horn, unfortunately, still a little bit trash. Next up, we have the Severance Enclosure. Personally, what I feel is the best Solar Titan exotic, so we'll be trying it on Solar Titan. So the change for this, they said, and I somewhat quote, you need to now have line of sight with the target for the detonation to actually hit them. Don't know what they mean by that, but we're gonna find out. Also, the knockback is predictably more vertical, so they don't go flying off in a Narnia. Bonk. The radius still good as ever. This exotic is so amazing on solar. I don't know why people don't use it. So if I'm not looking at the target, will it not hit them? Nope, still hit them behind me. So if I'm not looking at them, still hit them, even though I was not looking. Okay, does it bounce Carl like completely vertical if I kill an ad around him? Let's see, I need to add to get a little bit closer. It barely bounced him at all. That barely bounced him. So for those who haven't seen pre-nerf Severance Enclosure, it would knock the target into the air. Like Carl would bounce this high. He would bounce like all the way up here and then drop back down. That's how it was before. And now he barely got moved. So yeah, a little bit disappointing. I don't know why they, I mean, I guess Severance Enclosure did kind of need a nerf because it was very, very strong, but still nobody used it. I've been like telling people on YouTube for so long, use this dang exotic. Nobody uses it. It's criminally underused for how good it is, and it's still good. And now on to the Heart of Inmost Light. This one, they actually didn't issue any changes. They just like compressed the text of it so it like fits better on the UI. So you're no longer gonna have like a separate like empowerment. So it just says empowered abilities, 5 seconds. But like right there, empowered abilities ×2, but it doesn't specify like which of your abilities is empowered. That's how I feel it might be a little bit problematic. So you need to like just know based on remembering what you used in the heat of the moment. Next up is the Ursa Furiosa, but unfortunately I cannot try this one. This is the one I was most excited for out of all the exotic armor changes because I feel Ursa might be extremely meta now with the Well and Bubble nerf. But unfortunately, if you take a look here, you actually gotta unlock Unbreakable, and I did not do the campaign on Titan yet because the DLC just came out 3 hours ago. So unfortunately cannot try this one, but we will be revisiting it in a future video. And as for the rest of the exotic changes, here is the article they released about it. I will link it down below in the description if you would like to follow along with it. But we tried everything that like we needed to actually see, because there's some things that are self-explanatory. So we tried Trident Vice. Dragon Shadow now triggers on a Snaring Slam or Ascension. Cool, we can already picture that in our head. The Foe Tracer I didn't quite understand. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. Renewal Grasp tried it. Star Eaters, you now have to just collect 6 orbs, not worth testing. Ursa Furiosa. Eternal Warrior, you can get the damage buff while not being on an Arc subclass. It's pretty self-explanatory. Armamentarium now gives you a free copy of Firepower. Kepri's Horn, tried it. Heart of the Most Light. Synthoceps. So the Synthoceps, you can now maintain your buff after no longer being surrounded, but they reduced it from 8 seconds to 5 seconds. There's now a timer. Warlock, Ballador's Wrath Reavers. So now activating your Rift grants you maximum stacks of Frost Armor. So that one, it's we tested out earlier on the Renewal Grass that gave you like 8 stacks when you like sit in your dust field. So I assume activating your Rift is going to give you 8 stacks of Frost Armor. So it's the same thing, just with the Rift. Second Filaments gives you Devour when you place your Rift. When you enter a Rift, it puts it back up to maximum 11 seconds. Verity's Brow now matches your equipped grenade, so you can use it on Prismatic. And Cenotaph Mask, only other players can see what you marked, which I don't know why they changed that. It seems kind of unnecessary. But yeah, everything we needed to see, we tested. Everything else is self-explanatory. And that about does it for exotic weapons and armor testing. And once again, if you missed the exotic weapon testing, that video is on the channel. You can just go and check it out. And next up, we're going to be doing some prismatic builds, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to drop a like and a comment, because it helps out a ton. And we are so close to hitting 50K subs. So if you want to drop a sub, that would really mean a lot. And I will catch you in the next video. See you later.